Greenlight the Day family. I hope everything is going well. I'm glad to be with you here again. The last time we talked, I was on the road. I actually did over 800 miles in 3 days. I mean, that's how much driving I did personally. And so when I finally got home, one of the first things I wanted to do was think about my self-care. In the social work field, your supervisor actually. So if I'm working with clients, my supervisor, and I'm responsible for my clients' self-care, then my supervisor is responsible for my self-care, and her supervisor is responsible for her self-care. In other words, we always keep trying to remind each other to self-care. And so when I got back from the trip, I had a meeting immediately, and then the following day I said to myself, okay, what do I need to self-care? What do I need to feel that I'm nourished, that I am not so run down? And the first thing was sleep. And then I measured my level of crabbiness. Now, crabbiness is a little different than being tired or weary. Crabbiness, for me, means that I focus so much on goals and attaining things and doing things that I forgot to just be. So crabbiness is a sign that, for me, that I have left my pleasure zone. And, I don't want to get personal here, but when I say pleasure zone, I'm talking about what makes my soul, heart, and mind happy and feel refreshed. And it's those little things. I'm a doodle artist, so I'm doing all kind of doodle art. And then I was reading some books, and I watched a movie, and I just chilled. And I started drinking, protein drinks and vitamin C drinks to get my body back where it needed to be. And I was thinking about this article that I was reading. It's about this book. It says, I'm madly in love with me. I haven't read the book, but I would love to read the book because it says I'm madly in love with me. Because no one else is going to be as madly in love with me than me. So I really like that. And she added some things that what I would add is, how do you know you're off balance? Are you criticizing yourself a lot? Are you self-judging more than normal? I forgot to do that. I would have, I could have, I should have. Those are all words that start the self-criticism. And it talked about some of the remedies of relaxing, which we do. Refreshing yourself, if it's just taking a bath, if it's having a glass of wine. Those things are pretty important to your self-care. When you find yourself out of balance, do you already have an emergency kit? When I worked with women in Albuquerque who were transitioning from drugs or prison, homelessness, whatever they were previously, and we would work with them to transition into leading what we would say, quote unquote, productive lives. And one of the things that we would have them do is to make a self-care kit. And I keep forgetting to do that for myself. What is my self-care kit? There's always that one thing that once you do it or observe it, it relaxes you. So I encourage everybody to get a self-care kit and fall madly in love with yourself. Okay, so the other thing that I want to read about, which was fascinating to me, and I'll be very brief, I never thought about my body being so intuitive. Now, by that, I don't mean, I drink water, the water goes through the cells, or if I eat, it goes through the process of breaking down food. I'm talking about knowing and communicating with me without me even having to say a word to it. And this is something that Seldar Atamov, Atamove, wrote about. And I love this, where he says, your cells are living beings inside of you, and they depend on you. They depend on you from your thoughts and your emotions. They're alive. I don't know why I've never thought about it like that, but your cells depend on you. They depend mainly on communication from our souls. I think that our body is pretty instinctive when it comes to not shutting down, because your body will try to keep you alive at all costs. But what about I guess people could call it metaphysical, what about the energy levels? Our cells depend on us for energy, for joy. Because you know how your body feels when you say, oh, I feel good. Doesn't your whole body change? That means your cells are listening to you. Wow, I don't know. That's just so phenomenal to me. I had to share that with you because I never thought about it like that. Anyway, so I'm going to say this again. Have a wonderful day. Fall madly in love with yourself. And if you have time, please do a self-care kit. Put whatever you need to get going. Talk to you later. Bye.